Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today we have ourselves a quality check with the Model 3. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So all right, guess what we have here? We have a beautiful, brand new, just got off the delivery truck, Model 3 performance. Look at those Uber turbine wheels. And let's do ourselves a quality check. And guess what? Today, I brought out the tape measure. So we're gonna be checking the size of the gap, and Tesla basically considers 3 millimeters within spec. So anything above 3 millimeters, we're going straight to Tesla and we're telling them, hey, we gotta fix this. So starting off at the left side, making sure that the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper, and that there's no discoloration, no scratches, anything that might cause us to say that it's a defect. Moving on to the right side, there is a little bit of bird droppings, but that's not what we're looking for. By the time you get the vehicle, it's gonna be buffed up, washed, waxed, ready to go, and it's gonna be shiny, ready for you to take delivery. Tesla normally does that because they don't want you to notice the defects, so they make the car really look nice on delivery date. Now taking a look at the wheels. Now let's take a look at this driver's side door, noticing how tight the gap is. Beautiful, and that's what we want to see. Let's take a look at this beautiful interior. Now let's check over here. Door handle's flush, and it is flush. Beautiful. This door handle sits in a little bit. Okay, so this gap over here, let's measure it. And it sits about, 3 millimeters. So it's definitely within the spec. Let's move on over here. Beautiful, and that's what we want to see. Now let's check this charge port door. And another thing, check your spoiler. Make sure it's attached on. Check the left side and check the right side. Let's check the light over here. Beautiful. So far, so good. Right side. And guess what? The paint defects on the Model 3 is definitely still there. And if you look over here, it's right over here. It's very minor. You basically probably won't even notice it. So it's there. Ask them to cover it up. If they can, they'll do their best, but it's very minor. Let's take a look at the right side. Beautiful. Now let's take a look over here onto the rear. Beautiful. Take a look at the wheels onto the right side. And I'm the only person on YouTube that's doing quality checks daily. The only person. So come back every single day if you want a quality check on recent dropped off Model 3s, S's, X's, Y's. Even when the Cybertruck, I will still be doing quality checks. I love recording videos and I love doing these quality checks. So this Model 3 definitely gets a pass. Now let's move on to another Model 3. All right, so we have this Model 3. It happens to be the black, and these are the wheels that are under your aero wheels, and they look phenomenal. Remember, if you're getting the black Model 3, I highly recommend your first upgrade be paint protection film. This is gonna protect it and preserve its long-term value. And it's also gonna protect it from swirl marks. It's also going to protect it from light and minor accidents, which may be a slight fender bender that normally would be a scratch. With paint protection film, it definitely will protect it, and you can probably peel off the paint protection film and not have to replace the bumper. So, get paint protection film. To cover the whole vehicle, it's about $4,000. It is a little bit pricey, so if you can't afford that, at least cover the front of the vehicle, And if you can't afford the front of the vehicle, at least do the bumper. To do the bumper, it's about $300 to $500. You can buy a pre-cut and do it yourself, but you probably want to get somebody else to do it because it requires a little bit of skill. So let's move on over here, taking a look at the left side, taking a look at the hood, and then taking a look at the bumper. Then on to the right side. Now let's check these beautiful wheels. Now let's check over here, this door over here, beautiful. And that's what we want to see. Now let's take a look at this beautiful interior. Remember, after you've checked the exterior, that's when you want to check the interior. You want to check the steering wheel, underneath the seats, on top, the center console, the side doors, the glove box, the glass roof. Then from the front of the vehicle, move on to the rear of the vehicle. Check both seats, check the side doors, check the trunk, and then check the front. Make sure everything is in there and nothing is out of place. Gap is beautiful, and that's what we want to see, nice and tight. I will say that Tesla has definitely improved the quality of the Model 3. It's definitely being built better than the Model Y, I would have to say. Well, the vehicles that are coming out of the Fremont factory are definitely built, with the Model 3 is definitely built better. And to the right side, beautiful. Now let's take a look over here. And let's take a look over here. This gap is nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Doesn't require measurement because visually it's appealing, and I definitely know that it's within spec. So definitely would like to say that this Model Y also gets a pass. Now let's move on to our final Model 3 for the evening. Let's take a look at the left side. Let's take a look at these wheels. Taking a look over here at the fender, making sure that it matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. Then we're going to take a look at the right side. Then we're going to take a look over here at the wheels. Now moving along here, checking this driver's side door. Let's check this gap over here. All right. So, yeah, that gap right here is about 5 millimeters. So this door definitely requires a little bit of work. You can see that it's really big over here, and then it gets thinner and thinner and thinner, which we don't like that. We want a very nice, consistent gap throughout the whole vehicle. So that is our first issue with this vehicle. The Model 3 is not perfect, definitely has some room for improvement. So let Tesla know what needs to be done on the vehicle so they can improve it. My motto is complain, 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 so the next consumer can gain. The only reason why I do quality checks is to inform the Tesla community what to look for and what to observe during delivery day. Now let's move on to the rear. Beautiful, and that's what we want to see. Now let's take a look over here at this gap over here, and I definitely would say it's nice and tight. Beautiful, do love it, gotta love it. From the rear to the right side. Now let's see over here. See the paint defect is not even visible on the gray. It's most likely visible on the white vehicles. So if you're taking delivery of a white vehicle, make sure to look for the paint defect that's located on the passenger rear trunk right here. Okay, so now let's move along over here to the right side. And it is flush. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Okay, so this final Model 3, it does have that problem with the door, but it's very minor, so I will be giving this Model 3 a pass. So overall, I would like to say that these Model 3s are really good. Are they perfect? No. So remember, do yourself a quality check, do yourself some due diligence, don't rush your vehicles. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.